Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Under 1,000 Pod. I'm Gershon. This is gpsnakes. This is the podcast where I bring on another reptile enthusiast, breeder, hobbyist, talk to them a little bit, get to know them. I know it doesn't seem like it now that I've done 40 episodes almost. I am an introvert, and this is a great way for me to get involved in the community, network with people, and get to know other people within the community. So this was the break my shell kind of thing I started doing, and now it's become something bigger than that, which I love, just the positiveness of this community and us growing and evolving. You see what I did with the snakes evolving? But this is really cool podcast now that I love doing because I get to meet new people, make new friends, and grow within the community and help grow the community bigger, which is an amazing thing to do because we have an amazing community and more people should be involved in it and definitely should know about it. But I'm rambling a little bit because I'm a little bit tired, not gonna lie to you guys. But let's jump into some comments. We got some people already in here. What's up, Ron? Thanks for coming through. Chip, what's up? Thanks for coming through. Appreciate you. Rob, what's up? Thanks for coming through. Rob, question. Are you Robert on TikTok? Let me know if that's you. Thanks for following me on TikTok. Appreciate it. Picture on. Pharaoh C. Exotic, what's up? Thanks for coming through. Appreciate you. Rob, what's up? Thanks for coming through. Mike, what's up? Thanks for coming through. Oh, there's so many people. Creative Reptiles, what's up? Thanks for coming through. Pete, what's up? Thanks for coming through. Greg, I see you. Greg. What's up? Thanks for coming through. Greg is going to be our guest next week, so definitely check this out next week as well. I haven't sent him the questions because I'm not decided which things I want to talk to him about because he does poison, but he's getting into ball pythons. So Greg, I'm gonna send them this week. So don't worry, I got you. James, what's up? Thanks for coming through. Oh, you snagged that? Okay. Oh, what up? Hey, I'm waiting for a new video. What's going on? I know you're busy though, but I'm looking for a new video. Definitely hit me up with a new video. We waiting for you on YouTube. All right, guys. So without further ado, let's go ahead and say thanks to our sponsors for this episode. This episode sponsored by High Desert Pythons. Yes, High Desert Pythons is a ball python breeder. Antoine is an amazing dude who has killed it on YouTube. Definitely go check out his YouTube. He's close to hitting 6,000. So if you're not subscribed, definitely go hit that subscribe button. But he's also killing it on Instagram, close to 15K. So definitely go push that follow button if you can. And you know he's on TikTok as well, killing it with the jokes on TikTok. So go check out his TikTok. But look out for the projects he's working on this season. He has Enhancer. He's got some sunset puzzle working project right now. Definitely check that out. But he is also on Patreon. Yes, go check out his Patreon, become a patron, and if you're a VIP patron for 3 months or more, you're included in the $1,000 snake giveaway he does on his Patreon. So definitely go check it out. Let him know I sent you. But thanks again, Antoine, for sponsoring this episode. Greatly appreciate it. All right. Thanks again, Antoine. Appreciate you sponsoring this episode. And congrats on getting your black belt. Yes, he got his black belt. I think it's in jiu-jitsu. I might be wrong, but I think it's in jiu-jitsu. Somebody's probably going to tell me in the comments, yeah, it's jiu-jitsu or it's something else. But congrats to you, man. You doing your thing. You got to teach me some moves one of these days, though. Amazing feeders for you. What's up? Thanks for coming through. So without further ado, let's bring on our guest. Hello.
How you doing?
Doing good, doing good. If you could, go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
All right, I'm Dave of DNA Reptilia. I am actually the D part of the. We kind of cheaped out. I'm Dave and my daughter is Abby, so it's Dave and Abby Reptilia.
That's smart. That's creative. You brought it all together.
Yeah, and it flowed. At first, I was going to do DNA Reptiles, but that's actually a store down in Texas because I was smart and I Googled it first before I started making Facebook pages. And then I looked for synonyms for reptiles. And Reptilia came up. I'm like, whoa, that's different. I like that. Talked over it with Abby and she was like, okay, that works.
Okay. Well, I have an Abby too. I have Abigail. So that is cool.
And so does my brother. My brother had his daughter 2 weeks after ours, and same first name, same middle name, and same last name. There is literally 1 letter difference between them, and I hate him for that.
Yeah, I can understand that. I can understand. You don't take another person's kid's name. You don't do that.
It's like, come on, man, please.
You don't do it. Especially if I was already first. Whoever first gets dibs. First baby out gets dibs to the name.
I was even the firstborn. Come on.
Oh, wow. So he's probably getting you back for all the noogies you gave him as a kid. That's what it is.
Yeah, that's probably it. No, it's all good. We're all good with it, though. It's fine. It was just confusing for when the 2 daughters ended up in the same high school together.
Oh.
Yeah, that wasn't fun.
Well, one could be Abby 1 and Abby 2. There you go.
That's pretty much how it went.
Okay. So, what do you breed? You breed ball pythons, and do you breed something else? Why do I feel like you breed? You have other animals. You don't breed them.
Abby has the other animals. I mainly work with the ball pythons because I found it more interesting for me to work with the ball pythons. Abby has leopard geckos, crested geckos, barking geckos. She has a blue tongue skink. She has red Aki monitor. She's gonna try to be breeding. The one that plays dead. The snake that plays dead. Hog noses.
Hog nose. I'm getting some people with hog nose as guests on the show because I'm trying to branch out besides ball pythons in other reptile communities, and I have a couple hognose people I've talked to, and they're going to be guests. I was gonna get a hognose or a sand boa at one point in time, so I did a lot of. I wouldn't say a lot of research. I did a little bit of research and got excited about them, and then I was like, "Nah, I'm just stick with ball pythons. I got too many species already."
I did have a boa. We did have a full-size male boa, and a friend of ours had a younger female, and we tried pairing them up together. They locked numerous times last year, but nothing really came of it. So it's like, and the room that I have everything in was just a little too small for me to actually enjoy the boa outside the enclosure. So we actually rehomed him, and our boa is now at Vision Cages. In their display room area, they have a nice 6-foot long vision enclosure that he is now in. So
that's really cool. So I'm glad you're at home to make a live, Pete. Appreciate it. Let me see if I can. So before we get started, I have Pete's snake over here.
Yep.
And of course, for that, I do believe the snake has pooped. So he's got a little bit of poop on him. Because that's how it is. Either they're dirty because they pooped, or they're in shed. It always happens.
Or they're in shed.
It always happens. So let me go on solo screen. So here he is, Pete. It's not the best light. I've yet to figure out how to get good light.
It's hard with the cameras like this.
I know. So I'll definitely take a picture of him too. So for anyone Want to know what the snake is? He is a albino, 100% het clown male. Pete picked him up. This is going to be the start of Pete's collection. Is an albino male. Owen, do you see him, Owen? There he goes. There's your little guy. Yeah. Oh, okay. No, don't go to the side. Go in. Yeah. It's always hard to get snakes back in. Okay, let me get off solo. Here we go.
Oh, that's all right.
There we go. All right. So let's get back into you. Okay. So ball pythons is your main thing. You're the ball python breeder, and you breed your own rat. Well, darn it.
Yes.
That's supposed to be a question for later. So act like I didn't talk about that.
What? Time loop, We'll just go back in time.
Exactly. So if you guys haven't already, follow DNA Reptilia. Links are in the description down below. He's on Instagram. He's on YouTube. Are you on TikTok?
No, I watch TikTok to blow my time away, but exactly. I don't make TikToks. Yeah, YouTube and the breeding and everything takes up way too much time. Plus, I have full-time jobs, so it's 2 girls and 3 dogs and 3 cats and it's a zoo. Yes.
Yeah.
So
I got 2 dogs, got the snakes, 2 kids. Yeah. I understand. Time gets taken up real fast.
Yeah.
So, definitely go follow him on Instagram and YouTube. Links are in the description. But as you know, we bring you on, ask you a couple questions, get to know a little more about you. So let's go ahead and ask you the first question.
Shoot.
So, how long have you had your YouTube channel?
I actually literally just checked about 5 minutes ago, and it's been a month over 2 years.
Okay. That's not bad. A month over 2 years. Okay. So you usually people have the YouTube and don't post anything. They just have it and they use it to watch other stuff. Did you do that? Did you already have a channel and then decide, let me start posting stuff?
I wanted to roll this out really slowly. I didn't want to go to the wall, and do everything right away and then get burnt out. So first we started with Facebook, then we started with Instagram, then I rolled in some YouTube and I started posting some videos that I already did for Facebook onto Instagram to try to get something going, and the hard part is actually coming up with the ideas. So YouTube was actually the last one of the 3 because in order to know what I'm kind of talking about, I wanted to have some experience in something. So it took us a good year once we started DNA Reptilia to even start YouTube.
Okay, I can understand that. Aaron, thanks for coming.
YouTube is so demanding.
It is. So that's what I tell people. Don't worry about what people ask. Hey, when you gonna do a video? Unless it's me, then you answer me. But if anybody else asks, just be like, hey, I'll do one when I'm ready. Let them know. People forget social media is in your control. You choose what you want to do on it. You choose who you want to follow. I get people like, I need to take a break of social media. I was like, no, you need to take a break and learn how to maximize your social media for you. Stop following stuff that you don't want to see. I've only followed things I want to see, so I'm not seeing terrible stuff. You can dictate your social media. It's what I've learned in the last 3-4 years is, why do I have these things on my feed? I don't like seeing them, so I delete them, and I delete the pages they come from, so I don't have to keep seeing them on my feed. But work at your pace. Yes, once you start building an audience, you do feel obligated. I can't say that word.
Obligated. Hey, I'm the same way with simple words. I can say one thing now, 30 seconds from now, I'll forget exactly what that little simple word is, and I'll stumble for 5 minutes on it, and I'll be mad.
Yeah, you might feel that way. But hey, if they're real fans, they understand that you're taking time to put out quality stuff. You're not just putting stuff out for them. You're putting out stuff, and they'll wait for you. They'll be patient. So you just got to build the community you want to be involved in.
Right.
That's how I feel about it. But I understand when you're first getting out, it's that hurdle of, oh, do I just put out what I know now, or do I get some more experience before I start talking, so I don't look like I'm just talking out my butt. I understand that.
Right. That was my fear.
I understand that. I try to tell people, there's two ways to do your YouTube. Well, there's probably many ways. But I think I see it as two ways. Either you can be that person that knows everything, that's experienced a lot of stuff, and they're talking about that, or you could be the person showing people as you're experiencing it. And people either tend to go for you for information, or go watch you to see you grow in this, to see you take steps in this, and see you go through experience of breeding ball pythons and taking care of snakes and all that, and building a business. They either there for that process or information about process you've already done. That's why that's the way I see it. So I try to tell people, don't be afraid if you only have one snake. Do one video a month about that one snake. As you grow, your audience will grow with you.
Yeah.
100%. So 2.5 years, not bad. I forgot to look at where you are on subscribers. Do you know where you are?
380 some. I think 383 on YouTube.
Oh,
and
really?
We post every week.
Yeah, that seems very low. So right now, people,
I stumble a lot. I mumble. I repeat. So I think that's one thing.
I do that as well.
It's hard. Yeah. It's hard to have a train of thought when the train has yet to leave the station.
But that's more of your personality. I like watching people who actually show off their personality in their videos and don't try to be this robotic person reading a script. I just want to see you enjoy doing what you enjoy. And when your personality comes out in that, it makes it so much genuine, and it makes me feel like I'm watching someone that loves doing this and not someone that's just doing this because they feel they need to do it. It's a big difference. It's a big difference. Elevated Morse, what's up? Thanks for coming through. I know you guys are commenting, and I appreciate it. You know how this is. I am terrible with the comments. I am trying to catch them, but you guys are doing a great job talking to each other, and I greatly appreciate that. I'm trying to make sure I say hello to people that do come in. LKB Pythons, what's up? Thanks for coming through. Leica, what's up? Thanks for coming through. So let's hit another question. Which this is my favorite question. This is one of my favorite questions.
I'm fearful.
What's your favorite codom and your favorite recessive?
Recessive is Axanthic, VIP Axanthic. It's the recessive that I had the least of. It's because I have a good example of it, and I want to broaden from that one example that I have. Actually, I have two females that are visual, and I have a couple hets, and I got a project in mind that is different, but yeah, we'll leave it at that. I don't want to give too much away on that project. It's a 9-year project, but it's a project.
A 9-year project. Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a double het version. So yeah.
Okay.
And my favorite codom, Hurricane. I know it's in debate right now. Yeah, Hurricane, the Blitz, and the Trick. I don't want to play that game right now. I'm not here to start any arguments, but I like the Hurricane version the best, and that's the one I'm really pushing this year with hopefully some world's first with it for a combo. Just a 2-gene combo, going for the trying a combination that only me and one other person have tried to start with by making hets, and want to see what it is. Hurricane genetic stripe. Is Hurricane going to throw pattern back into genetic stripe? We don't know.
Yeah, that is.
Because leopard does something to genetic stripe, spider does something to genetic stripe, and acid really adds a lot of pattern into a genetic stripe. I mean, severely.
Okay.
There is one acid 100% het genetic stripe pastel boy on Morph Market right now. I wish I had the money for, because he has it pictured right next to its brother, which is an acid genetic stripe, and it is bonkers.
I never even thought about that. The hurricane breaking up genetic stripe that much.
Nobody knows.
Actually a good idea. That is actually a good idea.
Because hurricane can actually break up the spider pattern.
Mm-hmm.
It will obliterate the pattern on the back. It'll widen the stripes, and it also adds the eyes back in, the alien eyes back into spider.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Jeremy? Thanks for coming through. That is, oh wow. Like I know I watched your video of you making the hets. I watched that video, and I stored it back there, but I didn't really think about it. And now I'm like, oh my God. Because this was before I really got into genetic stripe. I've only gotten genetic stripe in the last like year or so.
It's a gene that's been forgotten about a little bit.
I liked it when I first got into ball pythons, but then I started to kind of fall out of love with genetic stripe. So I was like, maybe that's not something I need to work with right now. And then, of course, genetic stripe clowns got me excited again.
Yep.
Now I want to see either albino genetic stripe clowns or albino genetic stripe clown inchies. I want to see if that inchy helps after the clown breaks up the pattern. Does the inchy reduce the pattern after that as well? I want to see how that works. So I'm interested in seeing that.
Yeah, my end goal for the genetic stripe hurricane is actually a Hayabusa genetic stripe clown.
Okay. Oh wow.
Which is a super and double visual recessive.
Yeah. That
would be bonkers, I would think.
That would
but
be.
But that's a really long project.
That's a process.
Yeah, I got to make the genetic stripe version first. So that's step one.
Definitely. Hey, Jessica, thanks for coming through. M-Tip Reptiles, what's up? Thanks for coming through. Oh yeah, that. Oh. Wow, you got me excited about stuff I'm not even working on.
I mean, that's my top tier project. I do. Of course, I play with all the other genes involved. Also, I got special. I'm playing with Pieds, Mojave. I don't like having Mojave in my males. I'll only keep it in my females if I have a choice. Just because I don't want to make super Mojaves unless I purposely do. But
yeah, that makes sense. If you only have it in your females, it definitely reduces the chance of you making super Mojaves and killing all the pattern in the animal.
And then I can keep special in my males, and then I can make crystals in almost any kind of pattern then. Because Mojave and special makes a crystal, which is very light yellow, which is really nice. Yeah.
I didn't even think of it that way. Oh, wow. Yeah. That's a smart way to go about it.
Yeah, it's almost kind of like it's kind of the way that people think about spider. It's like keep the spiders in your females so you're not spreading spider throughout everything. So I'm keeping Mojave in my females so I can put whatever I want to Mojave without purposely making a bell unless I really want to make a bell.
Oh wow. I am glad we had this conversation because I'm thinking of things differently now. This is one of the reasons why I do this show. For one, to make new friends and to get a different thought process of how you set yourself up breeding.
Right.
Once this
is only our third year breeding too, so.
Oh wow. That is really cool. So clearly you're eventually going to put Xanthic into Hurricane.
That too, yeah, eventually, yeah. That will happen, yeah. But that's not my main project for Xanthic.
Okay. I am I'm gonna be watching now because you're doing some stuff that got me kind of interested now. Definitely with Hurricane.
I'm trying to think outside the
Hurricane.
box. Yeah, this year I literally could have made Batmans, but I didn't want to because everybody who has the opportunity to make them is making them. So instead, I took a yeah. I mean, they're nice. Don't get me wrong. I want to make them. It's just not right now.
Gotcha.
What I paired with my lesser leopard visual clown female was a cinnamon clown. And I was like, okay, I want to increase my clown army of visual females because I have 3 hets growing up too. So I was like, well, I have one nice looking visual male and there's female that is just huge. I'm like, well, let's see how many eggs I can get out of her with all visuals. Not even realizing what a cinnamon leopard lesser clown would look like. And then I looked up about a month ago on Morph Market and my jaw dropped. I'm like, okay, I'm keeping one of those. Hopefully it's a female, but I'm keeping one of those.
That is 100% how it happens when you like, I have no idea what this looks like, but let me see what I pair it to. And then you go find out what it looks like. Now you're like, okay, definitely have to have this now. I don't know why I wasn't paying attention to this, but I love how outside the box you're thinking about things. That's the only way to be different in this ball python breeding community is thinking outside the box, going angles people don't normally go, and finding the beauty in 2 genes or 4 genes that people didn't see before and creating something magical and brings that imagination back to life in the whole ball python. That's what Justin's been doing for the last like 20 years at this point.
Right. And another thing that I just picked up a breeder size female that is Mojave Champagne Head Hypo. I'm going to put the Hurricane to that too.
Oh.
I asked Hans Winter if anybody put Hurricane to Champagne yet. It's another one of those genes that takes away a lot of pattern.
Yep.
And Hurricane is a pattern enhancer. So is it going to bring pattern back in the Champagne? What's it going to do?
Yeah, that is very interesting to see what it. Oh, that is very because I like Champagne when it first came out, but then I seen how dominant it was, and it didn't seem to really work with genes very well. Certain ones maybe, but not a lot. But if you can manipulate it, I can't say that word either, and with the Hurricane and make something and give it a different look than a normal Champagne, it can definitely make that bring that morph a little bit back to life.
Maybe that's what I'm hoping. Maybe Hurricane is there's a super form of it, and you can't really get a super form of Champagne because that's lethal. Well, let's see if we can do something with it. I mean, like I said before, it does something with Spider, and Spider's on the same complex. So I'm small enough to where I don't depend on the outcome of my ball pythons to be able to play a little bit.
Yep.
So I'm going to do it.
Yeah. Makes sense. Creative Genetics, thanks for coming through. Keys Constrictors, what's up? Thanks for coming through. Look at that. You got another subscriber. That's what we're all about. Helping each other out in this community. Way to go, guys.
I appreciate
Definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button. He shouldn't be at 300. Let's see if we get. I won't say we could get him up to 500 subscribers on this podcast, but hey, push the button, share it. Definitely share his page. Definitely share a page because he's doing some unique things with ball pythons. Some things that I was like, I didn't even think about that, and I can't wait to see what happens with that now. So yeah, definitely worth hitting the subscribe button to see his journey with this. There's been a couple people. I know you guys are saying so much stuff in the chat. I'm sorry.
There's a lot of chat going on. I'm reading it. I have it right alongside my phone, so if you see me looking inside, I'm reading the chat. So
I'm trying to look at the chat, but I'm listening to you and just my thought process of the project you're working on, the way you're going with stuff, and I'm like, oh my goodness, that is a totally different way, and I'm very curious of what the outcome of that is. It's very exciting. I'm sorry. See, I am so glad you're a guest. This is amazing. Okay, I think I caught up with chat.
Appreciate it.
I think everybody's got. I've missed a lot of comments. Most of you guys are talking to each other, bringing up more, and I appreciate that. Keep talking to each other. Every so often, throw out there a question. Hopefully, I can see it, and we can definitely get that going. You guys
I appreciate all the subs on everything, and I really do. So if I don't say anything, I do appreciate it.
Definitely. So let's hit another question. I'm so interested in the G's you're working with. I was like, let's just stay on this. But we got a show to do. We got to keep it going. Right. So what cameras do you use to film your YouTube videos?
Now that is plural.
I know. I realized I said cameras. So what camera? Because I know you have multiple cameras. I know you just got another one.
Yes. That did not break. That was all April Fools. If you follow me and you're watching,
I saw that one.
I pulled an April Fools on it. Yeah. What I've been doing, what we started with was a camcorder, a 1080p Panasonic camcorder. Used that for the first year and a half, and I was happy with it. But I wanted a little bit more, what it could possibly do. So I grabbed a Panasonic Z1000, I think it was, which was a bridge camera, which is like a DSLR, but it has a lens fully attached to it, and it has a real long zoom range. That worked for a while until when we were doing egg cuttings, my daughter's arms were getting tired because the camera was kind of beefy. So now I use the Sony Z, was it Z1 or something like that? ZS1? Can't even remember. ZV1, the Sony ZV1, which is just a little bitty camera.
Okay.
It has a full articulated flip out screen.
That flip out screen is very important.
And then a DET mic on top, which records sound from the front. And you can have it record sound in the back. So if I'm shooting it like this, it'll get my vocals behind on one track, and it'll get your vocals in front on another track.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
And this DET mic outperforms a Rode microphone. Because I tried a Rode mic, and I didn't like it as much as what I do with that DET. Nice. That's what I use right now for shooting the regular videos. Now, when I do the 4K videos, I bring out this bad boy, which is my Panasonic GH5. Yeah. The Panasonic GH5. It will shoot 4K videos as long as there's memory space in the SD cards.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I could have plugged into the wall for battery juice, and it'll just shoot 4K nonstop at 100 megabits a second, which is a lot of data.
Yeah.
And then
Did you recently get into shooting more 4K videos?
No, I only do the 4K videos for like the show what I figured out what the clutch actually is, just so I can get a top down better color of the actual snakes instead of 1080p looks great, but to get more in depth with the colors or whatnot, to make the colors pop a little bit more, I put a little more effort into the video. I make sure the lighting's really good. It takes me about 45 minutes just to set it all up with the cameras and the lighting. And then after I'm done shooting the video, I got to tear it all down. So that's why I only do it every once in a while. But the regular videos are just 1080p with this camera right here.
Okay. So, like, more about lighting and shooting because you actually do that. Is it a hobby or is it actual job?
It's a hobby within a hobby.
Okay. Because I know you do photography and you sell prints and stuff. So I know that
I do now. Yep.
That's a skill that you either developed, learned over time. I didn't know if it was from a job or it was just a hobby that became something else and now it's sort of a business.
Playing with cameras has been a hobby of mine for 25, 30 years, but it never stuck. None of the information that I was trying to learn really stuck because I was like having ADD. I'd play with it for a little bit, then I'd fall off and just go on to auto and just get the picture, and not really study what the heck I'm actually doing. Until I started flying drones about 5 years ago. Then I started to learn a little bit more about the video aspect, but I completely forgot about anything I learned about photography. So now having the ball pythons, wanting to be able to take better photos of the ball pythons so I could sell my morph market better.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I got the camera, I can do it. And I just put my nose to the grindstone and I learned what the settings were on the camera, what they actually do, and how to get an effect that you want, and knowing how to do it like that without having to try so many times.
Exactly. So Keziah, who is my cousin, thank you for coming through. Keziah asked, how much is that camera? So how much roughly is that last camera you showed?
The GH5?
Yeah, the one that shoots 4K.
The GH5, you can get, because they just announced the GH6, so now the GH5s actually went down in price.
Yep.
And this is still, for the bang for the buck, the GH5 is still the best option out there. I think you can get a nice, good setup GH5 and a 50 millimeter lens, which would be this little guy right here. That's the whole lens for 50 millimeters, called a Nifty 50. It's technically a 25 millimeter, but with micro four thirds, it turns out to be a 50. I would say for under $1,000. I haven't looked recently, but I know it'll be under $1,000, and you should be able to find used ones for around that park. And there's only a couple sites I would actually trust for getting a used one from.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I don't buy used is electronic stuff, because there's always, it's harder to, on first inspection, to make sure everything's working like it's supposed to. Like it could have a delay issue that it cuts off after an hour or something, and you won't know that in that 5 minutes of expecting it.
Now that's why there's only a couple websites I trust. eBay is not one of them.
Very true.
There is Adorama.com, KEH.com, and B&H Photo. Those are the only three I would trust buying a used camera from, because they all have at minimum a 30-day money return, 100%. So if it comes and you play with it for a couple hours, put it down for a week, pick it up, try it again, and you find something that's wrong with it, you can contact them and you can do a swap, or you can get your full money back. They fully back, because they fully test everything, make sure if there is any damage to it. They stated on their on the website that this is this grade. It may have blemishes. I bought this Sony used for $500, and it's capable of shooting 4K. Oh, the thing about this Sony also, it has one of the fastest focuses that I've ever seen. It is crazy fast. I mean, if I have it on me and I put my hand up, and not in front of my face, I can have it off to the side, it will lock onto my hand within a half a second. Put it down, it locks right back onto my face. That's why I got that camera. Now, my new camera, which is the Nikon Z7, I bought used also off of KEH. This camera brand new is like $2,600, and it's 3 years old yet. Yeah.
Wow.
I got it for $1,800 just for the body. And that's a deal. And they don't last very long up on used sites, because the Z7 is still a really, really good camera.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey,
that's
Phil,
that's my photography camera now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I don't know how to. I want to put that link in there just in case people want to go to that website. So if anybody knows a link, put it in there. I don't know if you can type it on there. On your, you might be if you're on YouTube, but do you have the links?
You gave me a wrench. I can do it. I can do it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So like, just in case someone's looking for a camera, this would be a place to get a decent used one, and you know they're reputable, and you actually get what you pay for, and not a piece of junk that won't work on you.
Right.
Hey, what's Nicole? Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. So there you go. There's a link, guys.
If that's the main one. That's a good one.
If you are looking for a camera, there is a site you can go check out some nice used ones that they are reputable, and you probably get what you pay for, and you don't have to worry about getting scammed.
And there's another one.
Always putting a couple different links. Look at this. Yeah. I mean, some people. I use my phone, but if you're looking for a camera and you want to get feel you be a little more professional with a camera or camcorder, these are some sites you can definitely check out. They're not sponsors. I might call them and see if they want to sponsor a show. We'll see.
Those are the three that I trust.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely
with
check
used
those
lenses
out,
and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, and they got lenses too. Okay.
Yep. They got lenses.
Nice.
Oh, they got lenses, lighting. They got everything. Those are the top three.
Okay. So before we hit another question, it is time for tip of the week. So you guys know tip of the week is where I put a tip on my Facebook, my Instagram. Under that post, you guys put your tip of like from reptiles, YouTube, or life, whatever tip you like. Whichever one gets the most likes will get featured on the next episode of Under 1,000 Pod, and you'll get a little shout out. So let's check out this week's tip. This segment is sponsored by Low Life Exotics. Low Life Exotics is a ball python breeder. Definitely check them out on Instagram. I don't think they have Facebook, but they do have a YouTube page. They don't have videos up. We're working on getting them to start doing YouTube videos. Definitely check out that when we get that done. But definitely check out their Instagram. Thanks again, Low Life Exotics, for sponsoring this segment. Appreciate it. This week, we actually got two tips. First tip from BNA Reptilia: the more positive energy you put out, the more will come back to you in life. Yes, check out Chris at BNS Reptilia. And our second tip of the week is Regis Sufer. Chip, I'm sorry, I'm butchering it. Regis Sphere pythons. Yes, I paused this and wouldn't go listen to him say it himself, but that is not the point. The point is, his tip is, here's my tip: be happy for other success, because that means we're all rising together. Great tip, Chip. Great tip, Chip. And I'm sorry I butchered your name, but I did get it right somewhat. All right, thank you guys for the tip. Go check their Instagram and their Facebooks out. Appreciate it, guys. Right, thank you guys for the tips. I thought that was funny.
Oh boy, that was good.
Thank you guys for the tip. Appreciate it. Definitely go check Low Life Exotics on his Instagram. Like I said, we're gonna work on him starting to put out some YouTube videos. I'm gonna talk to him. We're definitely gonna try to get him on next up. So go check him out as well. Hey, Chip, I hope you like that. I hope you liked it. But yeah, after this show, I'm going to put up another post for tip of the week. And all you got to do is put a tip under that, put a comment under that post. And hopefully you get the most likes and you get featured on the next Under 1,000 Pod. But thank you guys for participating with that. You guys have been having fun with it, and I greatly appreciate you guys participating.
It's a good
show. Thank you. Try to keep it fun. And light. All right, so let's get.
You gotta think positive.
You got to. So this is a question I kind of started already at the beginning of the show, but we're here now. So, do you breed or buy your snake food?
Both.
Okay.
Because sometimes, because I also sell my extra, and sometimes I sell a little too much. So there's times where I actually need some weaned, and weaned is the hardest size for me to actually get a hold of down in the basement. So because they grow so damn fast some days that I try to keep frozen weaned in the freezer, just in case.
Hey, that makes perfect sense. I totally understand that.
I'm feeding probably over, with the hatchlings, I'm feeding over 70 right now every week. So.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know you had that many. Wow.
Yeah, with the hatchlings I do. I unfortunately had a bunch of holdbacks this last year. Sorry. My cat wanted some attention.
Yeah, I've been having my dogs run in and out the room. It's the best way to keep them quiet is I give them my hand. I pet them for a little bit and they go chill.
Yeah.
It's the best way. So you usually have enough when you breed, but sometimes you get a little excited and sell too many, so you have to go buy some here and there. Okay.
Right. I sell my extra rodents to help pay for rodent food.
Gotcha.
So then if I'm able to pay for rodent food by selling food for others, that means that my snakes are basically eating for free.
Yeah. Hey,
and all that money is all in the same pile, so it all rotates. If I sell a snake, it goes in the same pile. Yep.
Yeah, to have this be self-sufficient where it's not coming out of your regular paycheck and it's coming out of their paycheck, that's the plan.
That's like 100%. if you don't breed, but you buy frozen thawed, you don't breed your own food and you buy frozen thawed. When you sell a snake, you put that snake in a fund, and then that fund is where you take your frozen food money out of.
Exactly. Hi, Desert Pythons. What's up? Thanks for coming through, and thanks for sponsoring this episode. Greatly appreciate it. Like I said before, congrats on the black belt, my guy. I think I said it right. I think it's jiu-jitsu. Let me know if I was wrong. Somebody probably already told me, and I missed it in the comments.
Probably way back up there.
It probably is. So let's hit another question. So what do you use to edit your videos?
Well, since I had it when I was flying drones, I use Premiere Pro, Adobe Premiere.
Okay. Yeah. So it's a program you're already used to. You're already used to using. Now you're just like, hey, I could just utilize this for the ball python and the YouTube channel.
I don't know all the tips and tricks for it. I just know how to basically use it for what I have envisioning for it. I don't go off the cuff and try to do crazy edits, but I'm actually looking for something a little bit simpler, because it can be Premiere can be a little overwhelming.
Yeah.
If you dig too deep into it, and it kind of makes a deterrent. I'm looking for something a little more simpler, but that can work with the 4K footage when I do need it to, and for color correction and stuff like that from time to time. So I know enough, but
that's where you're gonna have the issue is finding something that simple but still works good with 4K.
Right. So yeah, I've been on the look for a good 6 or 7 months now, just because.
Yeah, I mean,
but right now it's Premiere.
For me, I try to make the editing process as simple as possible, so I can, for one, do it quickly and be consistent with it, but also the rendering time. You have to realize the more editing you do to it, the longer it takes to render.
Right. You don't want to know how long it takes to render a 4K video on my computer.
Exactly. Oh, Jesus.
And I don't have no throwdown computer. It's a computer. It's a X99 platform. It is literally a workstation computer, and it still takes up to an hour and a half for a 20-minute video.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Jeez. Yeah, that's why.
That's when you push a button and walk away.
Yeah, that's why I got into using my phone to edit, because it takes up to 15 to 20 minutes sometimes.
Yeah.
That's the longest usually. People forget how powerful these things are at times, and you can find there's a couple decent programs to edit on your phone that give you a lot of different abilities to do. Not necessarily as good as Premiere Pro, but enough to still put out a decent video and work out really well. So that's what I use, but I can understand you already know Premiere Pro, so there's no reason to start something different if you already know it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. 100%.
Well, I'm still gonna look at Power Director at was it KY?
Oh, KY. Oh, Power Director.
I like Power Director.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Where'd it go? I guess so.
I know Mike is learning Premiere Pro. I use Filmer. I probably pronounced that wrong. Okay, you might want to check that one out as well.
Yeah,
Brad, thanks for coming through. I saw you come in. Brad, thanks for coming through. Appreciate you. I get overwhelmed. Prune Rush is easier, but I want to learn Pro. Not sure if Rush handles 4K. Okay. Oh. So you got a couple ones you can check out later and see if they, for one, handle the 4K and can do the things you want to do, and a simpler program to use. I personally don't see the benefit of 4K on these. I understand that, but when you do watch a 4K animal, when you watch an animal in 4K and how crisp it is, and if you have a device that
is capable of viewing it,
exactly. So that's what the thing. A lot of people don't realize they don't have devices that can view 4K, so they're not
your
seeing
phone.
4K.
Yeah, your phone can't really produce 4K. To be truthful, 1080p is about all you really want to use your phone to watch.
Yep. You definitely have to buy a certain device for that. And
I'm kind of a tech nut, and so I don't want to get into it. But yeah, I'm a geek. Okay, I'm straight up a geek.
Hey, we're all geeks in our own ways. Either you're a reptile geek, a tech geek, or in my case, a superhero geek, or an anime geek. We're all geeks in some way. So there's nothing wrong in that word geek. I say it proud.
Yeah. It's like I know enough to be dangerous, but not enough to really give you every lowdown and drop every name. But I know enough. It's like, not today.
I totally understand. Totally. Yeah, Phil, I still haven't watched that video yet, Phil. I will be trying to watch it later tonight. After I'm probably gonna hang out on Keith Constrictor's Hair Down Fridays for a little bit before I go eat dinner. But I'm definitely gonna watch, because Phil, I've been telling Phil to do more videos, and he's doing it. So I gotta go watch him. If I'm gonna tell him to make videos, I gotta watch the videos. So I'm definitely gonna check it out. But Phil is doing something amazing with his rat room. He's making it all solar. Oh, yeah, I seen that Star Wars.
Someone said they're a Star Wars geek, and so I just
I see that. I see it. I'll definitely go check out Phil. Is it Finger Snakes? Is that his YouTube channel? I think it's just Phil. It might be just Phil. Yeah, it might be just Phil. Phil, put your YouTube link in the chat so people can click it. Sorry, we're getting off topic, but we're having fun. Yeah. That's what it's about. Sometimes you're just here to have fun.
Oops.
Speaking of which, if you guys haven't already, hit the like button, because apparently YouTube likes it when you hit the like button. I like that YouTube likes it, so appreciate if you could hit that like button. Thanks, guys. So let's So this is my last question of the night. If you guys have any questions for Dave, put them in the comments. I might see him, I might not. Dave might see him and bring it to my attention. Who knows? But this is my last question for Dave. Let's go. What is your dream morph to make? If it's one that you've already kind of talked about, you don't have to talk about it, because I know you got a 9-year project. We don't need to know what that is. keep that under wraps. I understand.
Yeah,
gotta have
that
some
one I'm
secrets.
keeping under wraps. Yeah,
gotta have some secrets. But what's another dream morph you wish to make?
Well, I did mention one of the two, which was the Hayabusa genetic stripe clown. But the thing is,
Okay.
we don't know what it's going to look like, so I don't know if I can
Yeah.
crush my dreams at the beginning of the path. But the other one, yeah, I'm not going to describe what it is, but it is. It has to do with Xanthic, but it's not really pattern orientated. See, I have hard troubles, speaking too sometimes. But
English is hard.
Yes, it is. Literally, it is hard. But it's more color-wise that I'm going to be working with the Xanthic. So that's Dream Morph. But yeah, trust me, there's probably other morphs out there that I could, or combinations I could look at. I'm like, yeah, I want to try to make that, but it's not the top of my bucket list.
Okay. It's not a bad
It's like
one
I just saw, I can't remember what channel I saw it on. There was a Super OD Enchi Fire, I think it was. Super OD Calico Fire. I think it looked like it was on fire.
That might have been. Well, that wasn't Miguel, was it? Because I know he had a Super OD. It might have been Pied Fire Calico. Maybe. Or maybe it was. Maybe it just looked like it was Pied. It could have been Miguel.
It was DPR Cold Blood.
Okay. DPR.
Because I reckon I just went on my subscriptions and it's their thumbnail.
People putting it in. People put DPR.
DRP, is it? Oh, DPR. It is DPR.
Yeah, DPR. I have to go check this out now.
Yeah, that snake is fire.
So you see,
it almost looks like it is a campfire.
I know T at Keys Constrictors. I've been working on campfire. Okay, here we go. I'm at the. Okay, I got it. Oh my god, I see it in the.
Yeah, now you see.
Well,
now you see why it's their thumbnail.
Okay, I am following them. Okay, that's a good thumbnail. That is a pretty snake. Oh wow.
Yes,
I
have Enchi, I have Orange Dream, and I have Calico. And right now I have Orange Dream in Calico, but there's Pinstripe, and that son of a gun is orange. I can't wait until she grows up.
Rob. Oh wow, that is nice. Oh wow, that is really nice. Oh wow, that is nice.
3 genes can make a hell of a snake.
That's the thing. There are so many 3 genes that haven't been made that still are mind blowing when people do them. They do them and you're like, oh my goodness, that's been sitting there for how long and no one's done that. It's amazing. Exactly. It's amazing. No problem. I hit double duty. Okay, because they're live right now, so they're in the chat talking and on their live talking too. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys. What's up, Rashad? You're late. You're very late, but thanks for coming. Appreciate it. 100% appreciate it. Go and hit that like button since you're here.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah. So if anybody have any questions for Dave, I've got all my questions out that I had. Oh, I have another question. So, this is related to rats. So how long have you been breeding your rats?
About 2.5 years.
2.5 years. Oh, okay, so you pretty much started immediately when you got ball python. You were like, hey.
Once I hit 10 balls, I needed. Once I hit 10 balls, I was like, okay, I need to start them now.
Yeah, smart. You knew the path was happening. You was like, I'm gonna get a lot more snakes. I'm gonna need some meals for them. So let's get on top of it.
I want to get on top of it and get to know what I need to know before I go too deep and all of a sudden I have to backpedal.
Yeah. Casey, what's up? Thanks for coming through. So, another question since we're talking rats. I know you started with different kind of rat racks. Which ones have you settled on now?
A DIY.
Okay.
I started with the masonry tub just because, well, that's what everybody feeds you that you should start with.
Yeah.
After about 4 months and 2 chew outs later, I decided to do something different. And like that
Understandable.
was kind of BS. I
Yep.
don't want chew outs. And like, yeah, you
Yeah.
can fix them. Yeah, you can put mesh over them, but I didn't want to have to fix something and or prevent it from happening, because even sometimes when you try to prevent it, they still find a way.
Exactly.
So what I do now is I use the Vision V70 tub, the translucent one, and I designed a rack to hang them just like the masonry tubs, just to the right size of the V70 tub. I mean, you can use freedom beater V7 or 70 liter, any one that can be hung in 70 liter or quart, whatever. And as long as it's close enough to the wire mesh on top, they can't chew out. I've been doing, in 2 years, I haven't had a single chew out of them tubs.
Okay.
The tubs are more expensive, about twice the price.
That's the only thing. They are more expensive.
But the thing is, I haven't replaced a single one yet.
And that's where it is. Either you pay the cheap price and replace that tub in the next 6-7 months, or you pay that more expensive price and replace that tub maybe never.
Right.
And that's usually
and I got
the
a
better
video up
deal.
on YouTube of me making the rack, making like the fourth or fifth one. One of our videos is the rat rack build, and of the dimensions. I put the dimensions on there and everything for the V70 tub, spacing and stuff like that. So that video is up there. It's got a fair amount of views.
Okay.
And to this day, I've flooded a couple racks. I had one just within the last 6 months. I completely flooded the entire rack because it was 100% my fault. And it was actually my very first rack that I built, which was a little on the short side. I couldn't get the food in as easy on top. So I took the opportunity, since the rack was down, to rebuild it. So it was like all the rest of my racks, and now they all match the same height. And they're all only 5 tiers high. So I can see in every single one. I can grab in every single one. All the tubs stay in there when I'm going through grabbing for pups or anything like that. I got a short basement, and I didn't want to bring a ladder around, with me to actually grab all the rats.
Exactly. That makes perfect sense. Okay. Well,
you're gonna have a lot of rats in them tubs. Trust me.
Yeah, you can. Oh, I'm. If my wife would let it happen, I might breed my own rats. I don't think she's gonna let me anytime soon.
Are you able to have ASFs?
Oh yeah,
you're in Wisconsin. Duh, yeah,
I guess
you can.
I can have them. It's just
I know, because I'm in Wisconsin.
She has a super nose, so the rat smell it just irritates her, and no matter how bad you clean, it won't go away. So I'm like, I get that. Like I gotta be diligent with the snakes itself, so she doesn't yell at me about that. So I know if I get a rat, I would have to have a shed out there, and we are thinking about moving from this house we're at to another house. So I'm like, well, there's no point in building a shed now if we're going to end up moving. That defeats the purpose. So maybe in a year or so, maybe.
Yeah. African softers, when they say they don't smell, they're lying. They just don't smell as much.
Yeah.
But if you do a weekly cleaning, and use hemp, you will not smell them.
Yeah.
But they do have a smell because the African softers, they like to pee in one spot, and that can build up over time. But it takes a long time for that smell to build up. It really does. Now, mice, on the other hand, every 2 days you'd have to clean the mice. And that's why I don't breed those.
I don't want to try to breed mice at all.
No,
I heard they're terrible. They stink too bad. No, I never want to try to have to breed mice. I will always buy mice if I need to. But never. All right, so that's all my questions. Is there anything you want to let people know? Promote your channel. Let them know anything you got coming up. You got clutches on the ground. No, do you have clutches on the ground?
No. We have surprisingly we have late seasons.
Yeah,
I've been having late seasons. I've had a clutch laid. Oh, I haven't had a 2022 clutch yet. My last 2021 clutch actually hatched January 22nd was my last hatch that I had. So, and that was actually a hurricane clutch. That was my second hurricane clutch. That was actually like 5 out of 8 animals were hurricane.
Great clutch.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I still have them all. Oh, one thing, yes, I would like to promote. Me and Abby are actually going to have a corner booth at the NARBC Schaumburg show this July. Okay. And trust me, with Abby's epoxy art, you will not be able to miss the table. It is going to stand out like a sore thumb, but you're going to want to look anyways because it's that eye-catching.
Okay, what day in July is that?
Oh, 26th, 27th, I'm guessing, off the top of my head.
Yeah. You might be right. Okay. If you are interested in that show, I'm pretty sure he's going to put it on his Instagram and probably going to make a YouTube video about it too. So make sure you go subscribe to his channel. Links are in the description down below.
23rd and 24th.
23rd and 24th. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. So definitely go check them out at that show if you're in town. I got to see where I am. Oh, that's
where I'll be bringing all my hurricanes that I'll have for sale. I have like 5 of them.
Oh, really? So you have Morph Market?
Yes, I do, but since I have 30 ball pythons and we spent money on a Schaumburg table, I'm not putting any up. Except after about 2 weeks before the Schaumburg show, I'll put photos up of everything that I am bringing. So if you want to like pre-buy and then pick up at the show, that'll be an option. So you can kind of see what I'm bringing to the table. I gotcha. Since I have such late seasons, I'm holding as much as I can as possible.
Yeah, I know that feeling. I have late seasons too, which I'm actually surprised. I'm actually going to have a clutch. I have a clutch due that was due today. I've never had a clutch be on the ground this close to March. I'm usually 3 months past March before I get eggs. So I totally understand the late seasons. I don't know if it's our weather in Wisconsin or what.
It doesn't affect Garrick.
True, but he breeds year round. So I don't even. He has too many animals to say this should affect him. Those animals go when they're ready.
I was just there last week. It is unreal how many that he still has from last season.
I still need to go to his place. I haven't been to his place.
Be prepared for a 3-hour talk that you won't get any video in because it's just so much information. It's overwhelming, but you're just like, oh my God.
Okay. I'm really excited.
I love going there.
No eggs yet here. So yeah,
and I was on his video too that one day.
Oh, were you? Okay.
Yeah. When I went up there to shoot
that clutch.
Went up there to shoot some photos, and he sent me a message that morning. He's like, "Bring your company shirt, and we'll do a video for my channel." I'm like, for his channel. I'm like, wait, what?
That's really
he surprised me with that. Yeah, he surprised me with that, and then I surprised him at the end of the video. So you got to watch it before to see what I surprised him with.
Okay, definitely. When is that video? Is it out?
Oh, he put that out last week Thursday already. So yeah.
I am behind on my video watching. I got a lot of videos in my watch later queue. That's the tip for people. Here's a tip: if you want to watch a video and you don't have time at that moment, put it in your watch later so you have a place to get to it. Because if you just leave it there, like I'll come back to it, you'll forget where that video is because you'll get 6 more new videos from somebody else, and you're like, well, I forgot which video I was supposed to watch. I just go through my watch later list. It's the best way to do it. Best
Indeed.
way.
I always got to write it down.
That's it. We're all getting older. Memories aren't what they used to be.
I'm 49 right now, so I'm getting there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm close to 40. So, hey, memories are slowly going. So before we head out, let me go ahead and say thanks to our sponsor for sponsoring this episode. This episode sponsored by High Desert Pythons. Yes, High Desert Pythons is a ball python breeder. Antoine is an amazing dude who has killed it on YouTube. Definitely go check out his YouTube. He's close to hitting 6,000. So if you're not subscribed, definitely go hit that subscribe button. But he's also killing it on Instagram, close to 15K. So definitely go push that follow button if you can. And you know he's on TikTok as well, killing it with the jokes on TikTok. So go check out his TikTok. But look out for the projects he's working on this season. He has Enhancer. He's got some sunset puzzle working project right now. Definitely check that out. But he is also on Patreon. Yes, go check out his Patreon, become a patron, and if you're a VIP patron for 3 months or more, you're included in the $1,000 snake giveaway he does on his Patreon. So definitely go check it out. Let him know I sent you. But thanks again, Antoine, for sponsoring this episode. Greatly appreciate it. Thanks again, Antoine. Greatly appreciate you sponsoring these episodes. He's got one more episode in this month that he sponsors, so definitely check that out next week. But Dave, thank you so much for coming on. Greatly appreciate it.
No problem.
Glad to get to know a little more about you. Now I'm going to be calling you all my lighting questions, and if I do decide to get a camera, I'm going to call you about the camera questions. And I'm going to see you at one of our local shows one of these days. I'm going to remember when they are and go to them.
Hopefully, we try to do all the scaled up. We try to do all the scaled up expos that we can possibly muster because they have like 10 of them a year. So,
I seen somebody say, Creative Genetics. Congrats! You got a clutch. Is it hatching or is it? Are you cutting it or is it dropping? Hit the ground. Oh, did he say hit the ground? Okay. And I see. I just subscribed to your channel. And you don't have any videos, so I'm gonna be talking to you about being on Next Up. So look for a message from me eventually. Creative Genetics. I gotta stay on top of it. My goal is to help everybody get on YouTube one way or another, and that's how I do it. Yeah, like I said before, go make sure you guys go follow Dave on his YouTube, his Instagram. Hit that follow, hit that subscribe button. We got a lot of subscribers for him already, but he should be at least 500 subscribers already. He's got a great channel, putting out great content, and he's doing some great stuff with ball pythons. Mixing some genes I didn't even think about mixing, and I'm excited to see the outcomes. So definitely go check out his channel. Thank you guys for coming to hanging out with us, talking, hanging out. Dave, you got anything else you want to say to people?
Be kind to your neighbor.
Words of wisdom. Be kind. Words of wisdom. Oh, he put, okay, I will be emailing you. No problem. Oh, is he might not even be talking about me. But I'm going to email him anyway. So like Dave said, be kind to your neighbors and be kind to strangers, because a stranger is only your friend you haven't met yet. That's
a good one. That's a good one.
I'm pretty sure I stole that from someone, but I don't know who. So I can't give you credit, but touche if I stole it from you, and I apologize. All right, guys, I might be putting out a video tomorrow. I have to see what I have to edit, maybe. But if I don't, I see you guys Thursday on the next video I post up. But thank you guys for coming by, hanging out. I guess check out my merch. I keep forgetting to tell people I have merch. I have links in there about my merch shirts. It's somewhere around. You guys can find it. I got to be better at promoting myself, Dave. I'm terrible at this.
I never say like and subscribe. I just have little icons go across the bottom because I always forget.
Yeah, it happens.
That's probably why my subscriber count is down low, because I don't remind everybody. You're watching my video. Can you please like and subscribe, please?
Yeah,
I don't like begging.
I had a friend tell me, stop asking people to subscribe to your channel and tell people, hey, if you like what I did and if you want to see more of my content, appreciate it if you hit that follow button or subscribe button. But only if you like what I did. If you didn't, hey, I understand. So I might try to start doing that, or my own version of that, saying it that way. Instead of asking for it, letting people know, hey, you can put that down if you want to. Appreciate it.
Right.
Jeremy, what's up? Thanks for coming through. Appreciate it. Thank you, Jessica. I appreciate that. So thanks you guys again. Appreciate it. You guys have a good weekend and see you guys later. Bye.
Bye, guys.